Hey, good morning, darling.
Only you alone could put fire back in the soul. Beat me up. I'm not telling me I should leave that fire alone. Well, the more they tell me, the more I hold it.
How we doing? How we doing?
I could never let you go.
Hey.
Girl, I'm coming home, I wanna see you again. All day through the night, I'm dreaming. Yeah, Miss Ocean.
What's your name? Hey, it's your hostess with the mostest, Neeks, and it's tea time, baby. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush Tea in the morning, each and every weekday morning on the island's hottest sound. You know it. Hey. It's Tuesday, the last of June. Imagine that.
Darling, you're my babe.
Tomorrow starts the 7th month of the year already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning to everyone on the TuneIn app, everybody on the Facebook Live, and of course, all of our awesome listeners on the dial. Good morning. It's another great morning, another reason to celebrate. Thank the Lord, give thanks, be grateful. Start the day off on the right foot. Because what we drinking? What we drinking?
Outside is pouring rain.
Bubbling, bubbling. That's right. I hope that pot bubbling. That hot water ready or what? Yes, we got some sugar to add to that cup. Some honey, some cinnamon, nutmeg. Hey. What? Darling. It is that, believe it, okay? So guys, listen, thank you for tuning in. All right, we about to get it started. We about to get it in. First and foremost, I got to say a huge shout out to our sponsors, My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop. You already know, guys, they say come and experience and explore true variety, real variety at My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop, conveniently located in the Barron Spot Village Mall. Come and discover a world of delights. Why? Because they got every single thing you could possibly need. Everything from premium glassware, pipes, bongs, and bowls, and hookahs, CBD, and hemp, okay? All your essentials, including the largest selection of rolling papers this side of the Caribbean, wraps, papers, grinders, trays, lighters, and incense. Set the mood, stay fresh. And speaking of stay fresh, they also have the best array of natural soaps, body oils, body butters, all kinds of butters. Yes, make the skin look nice and bright, okay? They also got your best Caribbean lottery tickets. Make sure you go and check them out. They got everything from Powerball, Pick 3, Pick 4's Payday, and so much more. You can't lose. So go on in and win today, all right? Also, make sure to grab yourself something nice and cool to drink. They got a large selection and array, okay? They also sell a little alcohol, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, you could go on, you could check it out there because it's a variety store. It's a variety of reasons to go on in and check it out, and the vibes are always right. Okay, right there in the Barron Spot Shopping Center. Look for the LED lights, and you can't go wrong. Okay, get your flags, your rags, your t-shirts, all that good stuff. And remember, they're open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And they're open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Every single day. Imagine that, okay? Give them a call, 340-779-3564. And be sure to follow them on social media at My Lord Variety Store. That's right. Dang, dang, dang. All right, also got to say a huge shout out to our sponsors over at the Flaming Grill, formerly known as Spicy Grill. But listen, they took the spice, added a whole lot more nice things, and now they turned up the heat also because it's now called the Flaming Grill. The Flaming Grill right there on Queen Mary Highway, right across from the Ag Fair grounds, right after you have UVI. If you're headed west, you can't You can't pass it straight. I'm telling you, right there on the left-hand side. A little small building. Once you make that turn to head to the BMV before you head over that first speed bump, right there, you can't miss it. I'm telling you. So head on in. Today's special is Tuesday. So you know you got roti each and every Tuesday. Every single Tuesday is a roti day. So what kind of roti again, Got chicken with a bone in, chicken with a bone out. They got shrimp. Or maybe you just want a little bust up shot or something. Head on over and check out the Flaming Grill because it ain't just hot, baby. It's flaming. Give them a call and order ahead of time. 340-778-6270. And let them know Nick sent you. Also got to say a huge shout out to Liberty VI because, listen, they are doing it big with Liberty True Fiber. They're solving one problem after another. Liberty True Fiber delivers underground fiber, symmetrical speeds, and reliable connectivity built for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now with a 30-day money-back guarantee. All right, so be sure to visit libertyvi.com today. All right, we're gonna pay some bills and we're gonna come right back, guys. It's Bush T and Amana with your hostess Neeks. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
There's new exciting news from the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. Now in its final phase and in conjunction with the University of the Virgin Islands Eastern Caribbean Center, the Street Addressing Initiative is a territory-wide project to instate a nationally standardized addressing system with corresponding street signage. Will aid in meeting requirements that are essential to our infrastructure, like delivery services, disaster recovery and emergency management efficiency, and utility operations. It will also enable visitors and residents to use navigation apps such as Google Maps and Waze to get around and explore our beautiful islands with ease. In the coming months, St. John will be the first island completed. To learn more and how you can be a part of history and this exciting project, go to ltg.gov.vi. Click on the Divisions tab, select the GIS program and Street Addressing Initiative. The Street Addressing Initiative, making it easier for all of us to get around.
Hey, St. Croix, listen up. Your favorite, formerly known as Spicy Grill, is still turning up the heat as the Flaming Grill. Same flavors you love, now with more options. Located across Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. You can't miss it. We've got barbecue chicken, baby back ribs, pork chops, lamb chops, ribeye, and New York steak. Plus fresh grilled salmon, mahi-mahi, and shrimp. And don't sleep on those daily specials. Kankin butter sauce, rich oxtail, Tuesday roti, and so much more. Always cooked just right. Burger lovers, you're covered. Chicken, steak, salmon, dolphin, veggie burgers with fries, wraps, wings, salads, hot sides, the whole lineup. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. Call ahead 340-778-6270 and follow us on Facebook. Same roots, a whole new fire.
The USVI has 3 reasons to fet, and Native Sun Ferry is eliminating your best excuse to miss this parade in all its glamour and glitz with a special trip. July 4th, Native Sun Ferry is taking a boatload of cruisers from Gallows Bay, at 8 a.m. and leaving St. John at 5. Round trip is $150 for adults, $120 for children. So whether you want to participate or view, you in a costume or a political t-shirt, you know what to do. Go to www.nativesunferry.co. That's C-O-CO if you want to go to feel the love of the St. John celebration. Or call 774-8685.
Hey, hon, have you checked out Precision Auto Parts? They have everything you need for your car.
Is that the new auto parts store where CarZone used to be by 5 corners?
Yes, they offer the widest variety of domestic and foreign parts, from oil to batteries, filters to lawnmowers and trimmer accessories. They have it all.
Wow, that's amazing. I heard they had the lowest prices in town too.
Absolutely. Plus, their customer service is top notch. They really know their stuff.
For all your automobile accessory needs, visit Precision Auto Parts. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Call them today at 340-773-7276.
Precision Auto Parts, your one-stop shop for quality auto parts at unbeatable prices. Precision Auto Parts, for a smoother ride.
Are you looking for reliable shipping solutions? Look no further than Priority Global Services. We specialize in roll-on, roll-off, and loose cargo shipping between San Juan, the Dominican Republic, the USVI, and VI. Whether it's vehicles, equipment, boxes, or pallets, we move it all with ease. With weekly sailings and top-notch service, your cargo in good hands. So why wait? Visit PriorityGlobal.com or call 787-721-1922 today. Priority Global Services, where your success is our priority.
Is your home business ready for a fresh new look? Phantom Eyes LLC has got you covered from top to bottom. From professional painting and power washing to tiling, masonry, cistern services, and deep cleaning, even yard cleanup. Phantom Eyes LLC does it all, and they do it right. We bring precision, reliability, and an eye for detail to every project. Big job or small job, your property is our priority. Call 340-226-3610 today and let Phantom Eyes LLC transform your space. Phantom Eyes LLC. If you can imagine it, we can improve it.
This is Donna Fred Gregory, Democratic candidate for governor. Healthcare delivery at our hospitals is a concern affecting all of us. Both the Wang L. Louis Hospital on St. Croix and the Roy L. Snyder Hospital on St. Thomas provide roughly $40 million in uncompensated care annually. This revenue shortfall affects everything: the standard of patient care, the ability to buy essential medical supplies, and the capacity to recruit and maintain qualified medical staff. Within the first 100 days of Donna and Roy administration, I will appoint a special committee to submit a state plan amendment to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, seeking higher reimbursement rates to generate new funding for our hospitals. Enough is enough. Time for results. On August 1st, vote Donna Fred Gregory for governor and Rodney Moorhead for lieutenant governor.
Paid for by VI Now for DFG. Majestic Entertainment presents Vogue LaCroix, the sweetest day parties of the summer. One ticket, 2 luxury day party experiences, Saturday, July 11th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Choose your vibe. Join us for Peaches and Cream at Eliana B Artistry Studio, featuring the best in Afrobeats, R&B, soca, and brunch vibes, powered by DJ Chubby and DJ Shay. Or experience Berry Lux at Rehab Sports Bar and Lounge with the hottest rap, dancehall, and reggae. Sounds from Key Man and Party Jesus. 2 venues, 1 epic experience. Enjoy VIP perks, including reserved parking, delicious hors d'oeuvres, personal VIP attendance service, hookah, and express VIP entry. Dress to impress, good vibes, great people, unforgettable memories. Get your tickets today at VogueLaCroix.com. That's Vogue LaCroix, the sweetest day parties of the summer.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. Saharan dust moving through the area today is going to result in hazy conditions and some rather uncomfortable temperatures. Looks like the heat index is going to run between 100 and 105 today, so keep that in mind if you're going to be spending any time outside. On to the Saharan dust into tomorrow, and then it'll start to move out, and conditions will improve a little bit for Thursday and Friday. Hazy sun, breezy, hot today, 90 to 95. Again, it feels like it's 100 to 105. Include partly cloudy, breezy overnight. Lows will be around 80. Hazy sunshine tomorrow, but the haze will diminish during the day. It'll be breezy and near 90. The outlook for Thursday, partly to mostly sunny, maybe a stray shower, breezy and 85 to 90. Offshore, east winds 10 to 20 knots. The waves today 3 to 5 feet, left the western side of the islands. Your chance of rain this morning less than 30%. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
Believe, na na na, oh, oh. Wake up in the morning and I sip bush tea. Yeah, this Cruciano, and you're listening to the one and only Nix and Bush Tea in the morning on 101.3 Roe FM. Say believe.
Good morning, and we're back, guys. It's Tuesday. How we feeling? How we doing, guys? Yes, man. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVIN Bush Tea in the morning, each and every weekday morning, as you already know. It's your hostess, Neeks. All right, so listen, before the break, we were talking about our sponsors. I just got to remind you guys about a couple of upcoming events along these shores. Okay, first of all, I want to say a huge shout out to Levels. Levels has definitely been doing it big. All right, every Thursday they've been doing it big with the sit down, the candidate conversations. All right, and I like to see that the community comes out, support, sit down conversations, getting to kind of, rub shoulders, shake hands, kiss babies, all that good stuff with those who are aspiring to be our leaders in our community. Okay. Now, it's great to encourage them. It's also great to sit down and ask the real questions and the nitty gritty questions. Okay. We've been hearing a lot of questions in terms of what has been done. But guys, the more and more we have these conversations, I really am of the opinion we need to start talking about the hows. We all kind of agree on what needs to be done, what areas need to be, tapped in on and focused on, but how? Like, let's talk plans now. We heading on into the first day of July tomorrow. I think it's high time we start really dissecting the hows instead of just what needs to be done. But anyway, more on that in a little bit. All right, so head on down to the sit down and the candidate conversations, meet and greet at 6:30 p.m. followed by a live question and answer at 7 p.m. All right, and for information and informative discussions with the community and the candidates. All right. Then, of course, we're going to vibe out after with great music, food, and drinks. Food provided by none other than Gifted Cuisine. Shout out to Kayan. Doing it big and always coming through heavy. I'm going to lie, right after a long day of work and other activities and everything, going and sitting down with these conversations ain't nothing like a nice sushi roll, okay? Especially when it's tempura, baby. So make sure y'all come on out. It's a lot to talk to, okay? So good morning. Hey, yes, I actually have 4 of them, Jaja. I got 4. He said you got a second double. Talk to you, girl. Talk to me nice. Good morning, 1010. How y'all doing? Always love. Shout out to everybody on the TuneIn app, the Facebook Live. And, of course, you on the so we're just talking about Levels, but Thursdays isn't the only day that they have anything going down. They also have Tuesdays, R&B Tuesdays. They got a red light district. You got smooth R&B vibes, drink specials, hookah, and cigars starting at 7 p.m. Then on Saturdays, they got D-Shay in his house. Shout out to my girl, Shay. Love you, baby, man. Listen, is she bringing the energy all night long? Party starts at 10 p.m. And then on Sundays, they call it Reminiscing Sundays. They take it back with the classics, old school hits, sushi, drinks, and hookahs starting at 7 p.m. Okay, so you already know where to go. If you don't know what to do, head on down to Levels. There's always something right there for everybody, okay? Also, Majestic Entertainment presents Vogue LaCroix. Yes, man. I'm telling you, just got to say it with a little Why? Because it's just a vibe. It is. It's the sweetest day parties of the summer. All right. 1 ticket and you get 2 luxury day party experiences. So on Saturday, July 11th from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., you could join us for peaches and cream and taking it back. All right. And everything in between, because Eliana B. Studio is where it goes down, featuring the best in Afro beats, R&B, soca, and it's a cool brunch vibes powered by DJ Chubby and DJ Shade. I'm telling you, always energy, great vibes, okay? So make sure to go and check that out. Now, if you can't make it to one, which we hope that you can make it to both, but if you can't make it to Peaches and Cream, make sure you also come out to Berry Lux, and that goes down, okay, at Rehab Sports Bar and Lounge. The hottest rap, the hottest dance hall, and the hottest rounds from DJ Chemo Dunn and Party Jesus. And we ain't talking Jesus with the flip-flops. No, that's a different Jesus. This one here to get down, okay? So enjoy VIP perks, including reserved parking, delicious hors d'oeuvres, personal VIP attendance services, hookah, and express VIP entry. All right, so be sure to check it out. Dress to impress. Come cute. And bring your vibes, drama, and the problems at home. We don't want to hear about what he say or what she say. We coming to have a good time. It's great people and unforgettable memories. All right. Get your tickets today at VogueLaCroix.com. That's Vogue LaCroix, the sweetest day party of the summer. Not one, but two. Okay. Also, guys, listen, let me tell you something. The last time this event went down, it went down, okay? Let me tell you. And It's a Vibe presents yet again, the return of the Don, okay? Molly Don will be back on St. Croix, all right, back on the Big Island. And it goes down Saturday, July 25th. So you got just enough time to get ready, get them fits, order what you need to order. Don't come to play because you know it going down. They're going to be a vibe. Shout out to It's a Vibe presents, okay, the return of Molly Don. And Molly Don ain't the only person gonna be in his house. I'm telling you, we got performances live by Pana Shot. Shout out to Felix London. Oh yes, and we got Banco Bismal representing for the BVI. Heavy. All right, it's our $50. $50 gets you this whole vibe right in your hand, okay? And you can get your tickets at none other than DPM&M. Hey. Let the partner with a shut them no need sent you. And head on over to Strictly the Best or Cachet L'Amour. Hey, good morning, Nzinga. For VIP bookings, call 340-227-1397. Okay? So, and you know 101.3 gonna definitely be in the vibe. So, go and check it on out. It's a vibe. Bringing back the Don himself right to Big Island. Let's get it popping. All right? So, that's what I got for you guys so far. All right, let's get into the tea time portion of the morning. Are you ready? I hope that water should done be hot already. Come on, it's getting late. And time always flies when we having fun. It don't wait for nobody, all right? So let's do it. So today's tea of the day, as we mentioned yesterday, this week, all week long, we are featuring basil bush tea. Why? Because it's one of those familiar herbs that sits right between the kitchen and the medicine cabinet. Basil is known for its fresh, sweet, slightly peppery aroma. Just a little pep in your step, man. And across Caribbean homes, it may be used in food, baths. Yes, then we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Bath, steams, and warm teas. So in tea form, basil is often enjoyed for comfort, digestion, relaxation, and overall general wellness. Now, some people drink it after meals to settle the stomach, while others use it as a calming evening tea. So it's really just your preference and your choice. But that's the blessing about tea, right? You really get to just, help it to cater to you and what your needs are. Now, basil contains natural plant compounds and some research on holy basil, okay? It's also known as Tulsi, that's Tulsi, and it has explored possible benefits connected to stress support, inflammation, blood sugar, and general wellness. So listen, guys, let me tell you something. To my gentlemen, when you don't know how to, okay, so women go through 4 phases every month. We tend to focus on the menstruation side, right? But sometimes you're just a little too, got a little too much energy doing to me. You feel like, wow, what's going on with you, man? How come you moving like this, man? Tea. Give her some tea. And listen, I am giving you the plug. Give her some tea. Not coffee, I mind she might be a coffee girl, so you gotta know your woman. But give her some basil tea. That or red raspberry tea, and watch everything just kind of level itself out. Okay, it's not always her fault. You just got to understand the phases. You got to learn the phases. We're like the moon. The same way that you don't ever get the same moon every single day, every single month, every single week. You have to understand your lady, okay? And a good way to kind of level things out sometimes, Father God give you all the things you need in life. He give you all the cheat codes, but you got to know them. You got to know them. So get you some tea, and I promise you, she going to even on out. You're welcome. Now, basil contains natural plant compounds and some research on holy basil, okay? It says there's a difference between cooking with basil and using it heavily as medicine. People who are pregnant, nursing on blood thinning medication, managing blood sugar, or dealing with medical conditions should check with a professional before using strong herbal preparations regularly, okay? So, but remember, sometimes the healing bush is not that far away. Sometimes it's right there in your yard or in your kitchen. the tea many people use for comfort, calm, and digestion, but like every bush, we use it with wisdom. Okay? Food amounts are one thing, medicinal use is another. So enjoy the aroma, honor the culture, and always, always seek a second opinion when you are unsure. Enjoy your tea, guys. Now, moving right along, we got VI historical figure we want to highlight today, and this is an individual that even when I was a very wee itty bitty little girl, I used to be singing his music to the top of my lungs. Some of you might know him, some of you might be young, some of you might only remember now when I call his name, but that being said, he's a Virgin Islands icon indeed, and today's VI historical figure is none other than Louis Ibel Jr. Okay, so he's also known in cultural circles as King Louis, one of the Virgin Islands' respected Calypsonians and cultural contributors. Public references describe him as a legendary VI Calypsonian. And he is, oh, thank you, Doug. Good morning. Oh, guys, let's say a nice hot cup of tea just walk in the studio for me. Ay, ay, ay. It is that. Blessings always come true. Hey. So, guys, okay, getting back into it. Public references describe him as a legendary VI Calypsonian, and he is recognized among the names connected to the territory's Calypso tradition. Louis Ibel Jr. represents an important part of Virgin Islands history, the oral storyteller, the social commentator, and the performer who uses music to speak to the people. Calypso has never been just entertainment in the Virgin Islands, and across the Caribbean, Calypso has served as news, humor, resistance, political commentary, social reflection, and community memory. A strong Calypsonian knows how to make people laugh, think, dance, and sometimes even question the people in power. Ibel's name is also connected to the song This Too Shall Pass, a musical message of hope creating during the COVID-19 period and featuring artists from across the U.S. and the British Virgin Islands. The song was written by Patrick Soldier Farrell and Louis Ibel Jr., both from St. Thomas, and brought together artists from St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, Tortola, and Virgin Gorda. His legacy reminds us that Virgin Islands culture is not carried only by governors, senators, and monuments, but by musicians, writers, singers, and storytellers. Louis Ibel Jr. stands in that line of culture bearers who have keep Calypso alive as a voice of the people. All right? His legacy reminds us that Calypso is more than just music. It is memory, commentary, culture, and true with rhythm. And when a Calypsonian takes the stage, the people don't just listen for a song, they listen for a message. So shout out to Louis Ibel Jr. Yes, big VI energy right there. Shout out to him, his legacy, and all that he's doing for our community. So some community highlights. Oh, yes. Okay. Women's veterans may soon have a dedicated advocate. So a bill creating a women's veterans coordinator position within the Office of Veterans Affairs advanced within full committee support. Also, youth entrepreneurship is shining brightly on St. Croix. TKB, the Kiddo Box, won the 2026 Next Gen CEO Summer Incubator Grand Finale and Market Day Experience. Shout out to you. Oh, yes, big things going on. And also, new taxi and tour operators are ready to serve. A newly certified class of operators strengthens the territory's tourism frontline with more trained local ambassadors. Okay, so let's get into what's going on along our shores. We got some news to share, and we do have an interview later this morning as well, too. We got some music that's coming in from an artist locally, all right? And I'm definitely excited to feature this individual when they come through. So keep it locked. Make sure you stay in tune. But before then, let's get into these news, okay? Now, former Office of Management and Budget Director Jennifer O'Neill is still fighting to remain out of federal custody as her July 1st surrender date approaches tomorrow. Her legal team argues that her appeal could overturn the conviction, while federal prosecutors say no major facts have changed that would justify delaying the sentence further. The case has remained one of the most closely watched government accountability stories in the territory. O'Neill was convicted in connection with federal charges involving wire fraud, bribery, and money laundering conspiracy. And the latest legal findings focus on whether she should begin serving her sentence while the appeals process continues. So the key date is July 1. Unless the courts grant another delay, O'Neill is expected to report to federal custody. The case continues to raise broader public discussions around trust, leadership, financial controls, and consequences when high level officials are convicted of crimes tied to public service. So 340-715-7948. What are your opinions? Do you feel like the law is too lenient when it comes to our government officials when they mess up, or are they due a duly process and a certain level of respect, negotiation abilities, X, Y, and Z for their roles that they played? I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Okay, I could be tied on either side, but I'm curious to know. So let me know, or you could drop your comments in the comment section on the Facebook app. Okay. Now, moving along, prosecutors are no longer asking the court to detain Brian Schooler before trial in connection with the fatal shooting near the WMJR service station in Scion Farm. Schooler was arrested after the fatal shooting of Pedro Melendez Sanez, and bail had been previously set at $1 million. The shift does not mean the case is over. It means prosecutors are no longer pushing for him to remain detained pending trial under that request. The court process will still continue, and the charges will still have to be addressed through hearings, evidence, and legal arguments. This story remains sensitive because it involves a loss of life and a public shooting that drew major community attention last week. Families, residents, and law enforcement continue watching how the matter moves through the justice system, especially as the territory continues dealing with concerns about gun violence. So, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. I heard through the grapevine, I don't have any details of it specifically, but it was brought to my attention that there was yet another shooting that took place shortly after this one. And before these last two, we were at, 20 deaths in the territory. So that makes it, 21, 22? So it's counting, definitely. And we would like to see these become a thing of the past fully. And there have been times where we actually got it under wraps a little bit more than some years, better than others. But this year seems to be one that's just taking a toll on our community, our economy, our mental health. And you're seeing the signs just in a way that, people respond to each other. People are a little bit more, even more aggressive on the road. If you really just, keep your ear to the ground and your eyes on the grinder, you'll really see, the temperament of the territory right now. And I'm curious to know, with so many that are vying for leadership in our territory, what are your ideas in terms of things begin to get so hostile in the territory? Do we wait for things to happen to then want to find a resolve, or are we paying attention genuinely to the temperament, the energy in the place in order for us to avoid things from getting to that point? But it takes a lot of self-accountability as well, but I think it's going to take more than one step or more than one clean-cut answer to resolve this issue, but it is going to take not you, not me, we. It's definitely going to take all of we in order for us to make it happen. So looking forward to that being a reality versus just something that we talk about on the air or online. Okay. Now moving along, because we got a lot more news to talk about. A new bill introduced by Senator Maurice James would stop the government employees retirement system from reducing or erasing credited service when members default on loans. The proposal is aimed at protecting years of public service from being wiped away because of repayment issues. For government workers, credited service matters because it affects retirement eligibility and benefits. If a person has worked many years in public service, losing credited time can have a serious impact on their future pension and financial security. Supporters of the bill say loan defaults should be addressed through repayment and collection systems, not by taking away the service years someone already earned. The bill now moves through the legislative process, where lawmakers will continue weighing fairness, accountability, and financial stability of the retirement system. And I agree. One shouldn't have to do anything with the other. Your years in service are your years in service. If there's a monetary obligation, then let it be monetary. But to take away someone's years in service, you can't exactly get time back. Once it's spent, it's spent. You understand? So I'm in agreement with making sure that, our government workers and those who are vested are protected in the best ways possible. I mean, what more you want to take from them in the first place, okay? If it's not salary cuts here and there with promises that go unfulfilled, is GERS, and the trying to hold on to their pensions, and it's like we cannot continue sticking it to the people. Like I don't get it. All right, so. But that's an additional item that we need to make sure we're keeping our eye on as we continue to have these conversations about changes pertaining to our territory and how we look forward to creating change. All right, so moving forward, a bill to create a women's veteran coordinator position within the Office of Veteran Affairs has advanced with full committee support. All right, we mentioned this in our community highlights. The measure is designed to give women who served in the military a dedicated advocate within the territory veteran system. Supporters say women's veterans often face needs that are different from male veterans, including healthcare concerns, trauma support, family responsibilities, military sexual trauma, disability claims, and access to service designed with women in mind. A coordinator will help to identify needs and connect with veterans with the proper support. The bill now moves to the next stage of review, and for the Virgin Islands, this would be a step towards recognizing women veterans not just as part of the larger veteran population, but as a group with specific experiences that deserve direct attention and advocacy. And I am here for it. Let me tell you something. I am here for it. Now, listen, I've seen this conversation across the board where it pertains to different industries and the workforce. And I've seen commentary that go both ways, both in regards to women wanting equal rights, so they should not get preferential treatment or support in that regard, right? Now, the matter can go either way. Everybody is entitled to an opinion, right? But I am solid in my belief that not because you can identify where they need support means that you are giving preferential treatment. Yes, men need support, but the support that men need is usually typically already there, because when the industry was being developed, that is who was held in mind. Now, as we continue to move further and integrating more and more industries where women are becoming more and more top heavy in all vicinities and facets, right? You also have to include the fact that a lot of these industries, when they were not designed with women in mind. So that being said, what comes off as preference is actually more so inclusivity, because if our needs are not the same, then our support can't be the same either. Okay, it's not intended to be preferential treatment to say, like, a man's needs are not important. They are, but they are different. And much like the needs of a toddler are different than that of a teenager, that are different than that of a preteen or a young adult. Why is it okay for us to understand that across the board, regardless of sex and age or community class, right? When it pertains to catering to a child, whether it be their mental or their physical needs. But then when we talk, as soon as sex comes into the topic, or I should say gender comes into the topic of conversation, then it becomes preferential. But am I being preferential to a toddler because I'm sitting with them and feeding them, but I'm not feeding the teenager? No, they have different needs, and as such, you have to cater to them differently. And that is how we need to start looking at the male-female conversation, not on a preferential basis, because I too believe women need to stand on their own 2 feet, and I believe that women do stand on their own 2 feet. But I do have a problem with the narrative where, some individuals, and I'm going to see whether I'm man or woman, because some women have the same feelings as well. Not all women are gun-ho, yes, women's rights. But in the same token and in the same breath, we have to understand how to remove emotion from it and look at it logically for what it is and not for what it feels like. Okay? Not preference, but inclusivity. Good morning, Lawrence. How are you? All right. So that being said, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see how this goes. All right. Shout out to the VA for making this observation and adjusting, as they often usually do. All right. Now, The road may be named for Alicia Chucky Hansen. Hey! Now, lawmakers have backed a bill that would place the name of former Senator Alicia Chucky Hansen in a portion of Contentment Road near the former legislature building on St. Croix. The proposal recognizes Hansen's long political career and her visibility in the Virgin Islands public life. Hansen remains one of the territory's most recognizable public figures, known for her bold personality, strong public following, and years of service in elected office. Naming a road after a public figure is one way the legislature wow, what just happened there? Preserves memory and recognized impact. Okay. The proposal will still need to continue through the legislative process before becoming final. For supporters, it is a tribute to a woman who left a major mark on St. Croix politics. For the wider public, it adds another conversation about how the territory chooses to honor its local leaders. Congratulations to Alicia Chucky Hansen. Well deserved. All right, and looking forward to seeing more on that. So, how do you guys feel like our public service servants should be honored, especially after years of servitude in our community? Do you feel like naming a road of them should suffice, or naming a school, or but everywhere we look in our territory, that's one thing I do love and adore. I wish we would do more with our curriculum in terms of making sure that we understand who these people are and not just make it a name of a road. Because if it's not Queen Mary or the governor, is really and truly, you just know the name of the road. A lot of times growing up in the territory, we don't, as young people, know who these people is or what they're doing. Now we have the power of, Google and Chat GPT and all this good stuff to AI and everything. So you can literally just plug and play and figure things out. But how many of them you think doing that? It just becomes something that you get used to. You know the name of the road, but you don't know who they really are. And why are we going above and beyond to name roads after our officials if we're not going to make sure that they are honored with the knowledge in our curriculum, in our school curriculum, okay? And this is where I feel like we need to really consider more funding for our cultural education aspect of things, okay? And keep it all incumbent, because we are a territory, we are a unique place that is reliant on tourism. And in order for us to even really appreciate that in any facet, we have to create the onus. We have to create the energy behind of it in our young people from as young as possible. And granted, we do so to some degree for VI History Month, Black History Month, and such and so forth. We have our Bull and Bread Day and, our VI holidays. There's so many stories that go untold, so many roads that are named, and we're not really honing in on why it is of importance. So that is one thing I would like to see change, in my opinion. Okay. So, but again, congratulations to former Senator Alicia Chucky Hansen, her family, and for all her work that she did and dedicated to our territory. Now, moving along, a man who had been deported to Tortola in May and barred from entering the United States for 5 years was arrested in Havenside on St. Thomas. Authorities say he is now facing charges connected to illegal reentry and child sexual exploitation material. The case involves both immigration enforcement and serious criminal allegations. Illegal reentry cases are handled at the federal level, where someone returns to U.S. territory after being formally removed and barred from returning. Because of the additional allegation involving child sexual exploitation material, this case is likely to draw close attention as it moves forward. The accused will have the opportunity to respond in court, but the charges themselves raise public safety concerns and highlight the role of federal authorities in border and criminal enforcement in the territory. Well, let's be for real. Anybody with a speedboat could actually get across from one island to the next. You could do it on a jet ski, to be quite. I don't recommend. Don't send you. Okay, don't recommend, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But that being said, I could see how it happened. But kudos on them and being able to apprehend and make sure that he is put in custody, especially when we're talking about child endangerment cases and crimes. So, but of course, it's alleged. So more on this story and others in just a bit. So I have one more story, guys, before we cut to a commercial break. The Virgin Islands Port Authority will hold public hearings in late July on proposed changes to aviation tariff rates at both major airports, Cyril E. King on St. Thomas and Henry E. Rosen on St. Croix. Now, after Spirit left, you guys know Prices went sky high. It is harder than ever right now to get in or out of the territory. So that being said, airport tariffs may sound technical, but they affect how airlines, aviation businesses, and airport users are charged. These rates can influence airport operations, maintenance, redevelopment planning, and the broader cost of doing business at the airports. The hearings will give the public, airlines, and business owners and stakeholders an opportunity to review proposed changes and give feedback. With airport redevelopment and airline cost concerns already part of the public discussion, these hearings could very well become an important space for questions about affordability, modernization, and long-term air service. Also, before we go, the 1F Hospital is warning the public that emergency department wait times may be a lot longer because of increased patient volume. Hospital officials are asking the community for patience as staff manage the higher demand for care. Emergency departments must treat the most serious cases first, which means patients with less urgent needs may experience longer delays. When patient volumes rise, pressure can affect doctors, nurses, support staff, beds, supplies, and overall flow of care. This is also a reminder for residents to use the right level of care when possible. In other words, the emergency room is not an end-all be-all. That's not where you have to go for every single thing. If you can go to a doctor's office, please be sure to do so. But minor issues may be better handled through clinics or primary care providers when available. Also, still longer waits reflect the largest strain on the territory's health care system. Okay, so that being said, tell a friend to tell a friend if you don't absolutely have to go to the emergency room. You know, if it's a flu, a cough, a cut, something that you can take to a clinic. If it's not a life-threatening situation, aka emergent, then, you know, seeking assistance or health care outside of the emergency room may be your better option. Okay, now each one reach one, look out for each other. And you know, we got some bush doctors around, you know, don't say Nick send you, but we do. And there's a herb, and there's a herb for every ailment. I think that's how I grew up hearing it. There's a herb for every ailment. So if it's not life threatening to where you need to be stabilized, please allow our healthcare officials time and space to care to those who do have life-threatening situations to tend to. All right. That being said, guys, we're going to cut to a brief commercial break. We're going to hear from some of our sponsors. Keep the lights on and the mics on. You already know I got my tea. Do you have yours? It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush Tea in the Morning. We'll be right back after these messages, so don't you touch that dial.
Become the host with the most with summer savings at the Home Depot and make every gathering one to remember. Get fired up with savings on grills that bring everyone together, outdoor power tools to keep your yard ready all season long, and flowers for a fresh pop of color. From backyard cookouts to summer celebrations, you'll have everything you need to welcome your guests with style. Start celebrating with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
The USVI has 3 reasons to fet, and Native Sun Ferry is eliminating your best excuse to miss Love City's parade in all its glam and glitz with a special trip. July 4th, Native Sun Ferry is taking a boatload of cruisers from Gallows Bay at 8 a.m. and leaving St. John at 5. Round trip is $150 for adults, $120 for children. So whether you want to participate or view, you in a costume or a political t-shirt troupe, you know what to do. Go to www.nativesunferry.co. That's C-O. If you want to go to feel the love St. John celebration. Or call 774-8685.
Are you looking for another source of income while earning an in-demand marketable trade that enhances your resume? If so, the Virgin Islands Air National Guard is the best-kept secret of the Air Force that provides you these opportunities and so much more. Take advantage of these amazing benefits while serving locally in your community 1 week in a month and 2 weeks a year. To learn more, contact your Virgin Islands Air National Guard recruiter at 340-277-8026.
Virgin Islands, it's that time again. I am Mario Brooks, Commissioner of the Virgin Islands Police Department. As we transition to the island of St. John for the annual St. John Emancipation 4th of July celebration 2026, history and collaboration with a musical mix. Please enjoy the music, culture, and celebration with safety in mind. Remember to drink responsibly, stay safe, and particularly traverse across to St. John, have a smart. Let's make this celebration one to remember for all the right reasons. And as always, help us help you.
A message from the Virgin Islands Police Department.
Saturday, July 11th, City of Refuge Worship Center presents Level Up 2026, Birthing Your Gift and Calling. Get ready for a powerful day of inspiration, motivation, and transformation, featuring an incredible lineup: Olympic gold medalist, world champion, and NBC sports analyst Sanya Richards-Ross, entrepreneur, social media powerhouse, and founder of Crayon Case Cosmetics brand, Raynell Super Scent Stewart, basketball coach and former professional player Tegan Shepard, and backed by popular demand, bringing the laughs and energy. It's comedian Josiah Joe, and hosted by transformational leader and entrepreneur Apostle Mona L. Barr. Check-in begins at 10 a.m. Conference is from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Your investment is only $100. Dress code for this event is Earth Tones. It's Level Up 2026. Birth Your Gift and Calling. Saturday, July 11th at the City of Refuge Conference Center. Sponsored by Cigna and the City of Refuge Worship Center.
Welcome to the new and improved My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop at our convenient Barron Spot Village Mall location. Discover a world of self-care delight from our soothing soap, enchanting essential oil, and holistic scented body oil to our traditional burning sages, therapeutic incense, and scented candle variety. We provide everything to make your senses come alive. We offer the most extensive range of rolling papers in the Caribbean. Pre-rolled comb, filter tips, rolling tray, exotic bomb, pipes, lighters, grinder, and a wealth of both CBD and hemp products. We've got ice cold drinks, liquor, don't forget it, blend, and we got blend. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday, 365 days a year. Call 340-779-3564 or 340-690-5043 and us on social at My Lord Variety Store, conveniently located in the Barron Spot Village Mall, Bay 14, St. Croix, USVI. The new and improved My Lord Variety Store and Smoke Shop.
The new 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, Frederickstead, Christiansted,
And cry full of your vibe.
St. Croix.
Recovery isn't something you do once. It's a rhythm, a practice, something you come back to. Elements is St. Croix's contrast wellness space. 3 cold plunges, a traditional sauna, an infrared sauna, set an open-air concept in the heart of Christiansted. Self-service, self-paced, open 24/7 for members with keycard access. Our memberships are built for the people who want this and they're week, every week. The before-work plungers, the post-workout sauna sitters, the Sunday morning resetters, heat that softens with the week tightened, cold that sharpens with the week dulled, an atmosphere that holds the in-between. Become a member on our web at elementsstx.com, 53 King Street in downtown Christiansted. Recover on your own terms. Step into Elements.
Are you kidding me? The water's almost gone again. I am covered in soap. I was just about to rinse off.
No way. How did the water run out already?
Yeah, it's like the water's evaporating faster than we can shower. Please call Julian's Truckin'. They can have water delivered fast and in a hurry.
Yes, Julian's provides reliable water service right to our homes. Fresh, clean water whenever you need it.
Exactly. No more running out mid-shower.
Folks, don't let water shortages ruin your day. Call Julian's Trucking at 340-277-8510 or 340-277-9093. Reliable water anytime you need it.
Julian's Trucking. Trust us to keep your taps flowing. Call Julian's today.
It's the only one worth keeping. Set the preset. 101.3 Roe FM. Now broadcasting from the Napa Auto and Truck Parts Studio. They have bulk oil filters in stock now. Keep your fleet on the road.
This is the VI Star Boy Bugsy Bugs Busy Bee, and it's all about the Bush Tea in the morning show. I get my Bush Tea power on there. Hey DJ Shay, hey Neka Neekes, how we go? 101.3 Roe FM.
Yeah, you come on, tell everybody. Let me put you in a chance and me show you how the beach and the lifestyle is. Yeah, and me know I say you in love, baby, so you don't need to try and fight it.
is that?
And you come and tell everybody the lifestyle.
Hey, hey. That's the General. You already know the station bringing you all the hottest in local hits, baby. This one right here from the Big Island. Shout out, General. Dang, dang, dang.
Yeah. You can go and tell everybody.
Shout out to all the goddesses out there doing their thing. I see you, mamas. Looking right, smelling nice. I see you.
You got the feature of a goddess. Me don't tell them all the girls say that you the baddest. Yeah, me say you tight and you have no.
That's right, that's right. We got some of the finest men in the world right here along our shores. Nobody can tell me otherwise, okay? So I'll be calling it the Pretty Girl Station because we representing Caribbean woman. Run it!
Yeah. You can go and tell everybody. Yeah. I said I'm there for my baby. Yeah. I said me in love with your body. Yeah. I said the feature of my goddess. You can go and tell everybody.
Oh, yes, guys. We're back. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. Guys, I got a text this morning, lad. I don't let me rest, you know. Hey, but you know what? When you're right, you're right. And I can't say nothing because you're absolutely right indeed. How could I do that? Ladies and gentlemen, I just tunneled all through this morning's show and totally forgot today, charge it to my head and not my heart. But hey, let me get it out of the way one time for the one time. Is that? Yeah. Hey.
Happy birthday, yeah, my friend.
Is that?
One more year on them.
Again.
Go on, one vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we doing it again. Yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. One more year on them.
One thing them cancers ain't doing, is playing around.
Big birthday.
Good morning, Diga Joseph. How you doing?
Oh gosh, watch it, them make me go dip in at this.
Pull up. We still got a nice hot cup waiting for you.
Girl, them a bubble to the max, everything well cool.
I done finished mine, man. Oh, ran through that like a crime, I'm telling you. All right, so listen, we're going to say a huge birthday shout out. Remember the number to call, 340-715-7948, 340-715-7948. That's the number to call. Make sure to shout out your loved ones and let them know happy birthday. Oh, yeah, so listen. First of all, I got to say a huge birthday shout out to Grace Bruni, Andrea C. Burgess, Keith Lee S. Dale, Randall Phillip, Calvert Romney, De Goya, Tanya Hill, De Bamas. Shout out Bamas, Jamar Frederick, Melissa Oila. Okay, and last but not least, my blood sibling, the only one I actually really have, the only blood one I have right now.
Happy birthday, yeah, my friend.
Killeen Hodge Morton. Happy birthday, sis. Blessings to you from all of us, the family. Daddy, the kids, mommy, everybody wishing you the best, babes. Cut the cake and celebrate. Send me pictures of food she cooking on. Terrible. Cause why? She moved all the way to Europe and still is listening every morning like ain't nobody business. Well, it's 6 hours ahead for them, so it's afternoon for she now. And still she gonna make sure she get her bush tea. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. One more year on them.
Dang.
One life to your count with they are tillion. Read from me heart, no pretend.
Hey. Doing it big. Shout out to all the cancers celebrating big this season. Okay. All right. Tomorrow we start in July 1st. So all them July cancers, let me see you. It is that. Okay. Now, guys, listen. Before we go to the break, again, good morning again. Okay. I want to remind you guys to register to vote. www.vivote.gov. That is the website you can head on over to. All right. And today, upstairs of DPM&M, okay, we are having a little get together. That's right. So make sure you come on through, mix and mingle with the candidates, and, make sure that we support it and push in for everybody needs to go and register to vote. Okay. This is how we're going to make it happen. Okay. Having the conversations, creating the spaces and the safe spaces for people to come on out, talk, and that way, I know some people are having a hard time making up their mind, and granted, by all rights, because it is one of those election seasons. It's not just a historic one, but it's also one that we cannot afford to play around with for more reasons than we care to count. So that being said, make sure you're doing your part. Do not be a part of the problem. Okay. This is big people things. And part of the adulting is doing things that don't necessarily feel comfortable. This is one of them. So make sure you're showing up and you're doing the right thing, not just for yourself, but regardless of how you look at it, it's for your community, it's for your children, and most importantly, for our future. Every decision that is made by one of those pens affects every single one of us. Every bill, every collaboration, every new law that's put into power, everything, the way we traverse our issues, our problems, our infrastructure, our schools, healthcare, you name it. Okay. Jobs, vendor payments. What else I need to add? What else? Tell me, because it really don't get no better than that. Now, guys, we're going to cut to a brief commercial break, okay? Because myself, alongside Mr. Voice of Reason himself,
Doug Pompey. How's my people today?
That's right. We got some things we're going to talk about. Oh, yes. Word on the street has it that Texas is forcing children to read their Bible.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Well, apparently they can do, because they're doing it. So we're going to talk about that, as well as the fact that, question, probate is one of the bigger questions or bigger issues in our territory, right?
That's true.
Right? But I saw a post recently where they said some families are actually practicing allowing their children to utilize family land before their passing, which isn't necessarily one of those things we see too often in the Caribbean, especially, right? A lot of times families wait until, they pass, the parents pass, and then they pass it on. So they say to pass and then you pass it on. Yeah. But now they're saying, it's much easier to guide them while you're alive and kind of monitor what they're actually doing, what their understanding is of the investment, of the value, and all of those things, right? So let's talk about it right after these messages from our sponsors. Guys, don't touch that dial, because we just get it hot, okay? Pour a little sugar in the bottom of that cup and stir it up. Little darling. We'll be right back after these messages. All right. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. Don't touch that dial.
Hi, this is Claire Roca, and I'm from St. Croix, Fredericksburg. Lieutenant Governor Tregenza Rhodes is a lawyer. Senator Nova Francis Jr. was a police commissioner, and both had served as senators, holding government accountable even when it was politically unpopular. They know how to ask tough questions. They know how to demand results, and they know how to stand up for the people. No applause or social media attention needed. That kind of experience matters when it comes to lead. They serve you, not the few. On August 1st, primary day, vote for the Roach Francis team. Let's put serving with purpose back in government.
8-4 by Roach Francis for governor and lieutenant governor.
Tired of your internet going down? Liberty True Fiber changes everything. Awarded the fastest internet in the USVI by Ookla, Liberty is the only provider who can deliver 500 meg symmetrical speed starting at $75 a month. On St. Croix, True Fiber is available in Estate Diamond, Downtown Christiansted, Downtown Fredericksted, including Two Brothers, Smithfield, Wheel of Fortune, Clifton Hill, Mount Pleasant, Strawberry Hill, Barron Spot, Williams Delight, and more. Sign up at libertyvi.com/fiber and try it free for 30 days. Liberty VI, your world, better connected.
I will finish this year strong. I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to renovate my house. I'm going to consolidate my debt. I'm going to invest in my future. And I'm going to live with more purpose and peace of mind, period.
Make your plans come true with an Oriental personal loan. Apply and you could receive a credit decision the same day. Go to orientalbank.com/apply today or visit one of our branches. Certain terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval.
Hey, St. Croix, listen up. Your favorite spot, formerly known as Spicy Grill, is still turning up the heat as the Flaming Grill. Same flavors you love, now with more options. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. You can't miss it. We've got barbecue chicken, baby back ribs, pork chops, lamb chops, ribeye, and New York steak. Plus, fresh grilled salmon, mahi-mahi, and shrimp. And don't sleep on those daily specials. Kanken butter sauce, rich oxtail, Tuesday roti, and so much more. Always cooked just right. Burger lovers, you're covered. Chicken, steak, salmon, dolphin, veggie burgers with fries, wraps, wings, salads, hot sides, the whole lineup. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. Call ahead 340-778-6270 and follow us on Facebook. Same roots, a whole new fire.
The USVI has 3 reasons to fet, and Native Sun Ferry is eliminating your best excuse to miss Love City's parade in all its glamour and glitz with a special trip. July 4th, Native Sun Ferry is taking a boatload of cruisers from Gallows Bay at 8 a.m. and leaving St. John at 5. Round trip is $150 for adults, $120 for children. So whether you want to participate or view, you in a costume or a political t-shirt troupe, you know what to do. Go to www.nativesunferry.co. That's C-O. If you want to go to feel the love of the St. John celebration. Or call 774-8685.
Hey, hon, have you checked out Precision Auto Parts? They have everything you need for your car.
Is that the new auto parts store where cars only used to be by 5 corners?
Yes, they offer the widest variety of domestic and foreign parts. From oil to batteries, filters to lawnmowers and trimmer accessories, they have it all.
Wow, that's amazing. I heard they had the lowest prices in town too.
Absolutely. Plus, their customer service is top notch. They really know their stuff.
For all your automobile accessory needs, visit Precision Auto Parts. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Call them today at 340-773-7276.
Precision Auto Parts, your one-stop shop for quality auto parts at unbeatable prices. Precision Auto Parts, for a smoother ride.
Are you looking for reliable shipping solutions? Look no further than Priority Global Services. We specialize in roll-on, roll-off, and loose cargo shipping between San Juan, the Dominican Republic, the USVI, and the BVI. Whether it's vehicles, equipment, boxes, or pallets, we move it all with ease. With weekly sailings and top-notch service, your cargo is in good hands. So why wait? Visit PriorityGlobal.com or call 787-721-1922 today. Priority Global Services, where your success is our priority.
Napa Auto and Truck Part owners have been a part of the Virgin Islands community for generations. They're the pros that know how great employment in the Virgin Islands affects the quality of life for families. Napa pros treat every employee and customer like family because let's face it, they probably are family. Napa's extensive part inventory include parts for new model cars and trucks, older model cars and trucks, and every island raga in between. And let's not forget the agriculture equipment parts and custom hydraulic hoses that Napa keeps in stock so our farmers can get the field plowed and our communities fed locally. Napa pros are proud to be a part of this community. Shop locally, shop Napa. Call 772-0155 for Napa. All your auto, truck, agriculture, and marine part needs today.
Feel
the rhythm. Catch the excitement and win big this May at Caravel Casino. Sundays is Flat Screen Frenzy from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Every hour, one winner scores $500 cash and one lucky envelope holds a 65-inch flat screen TV. Thursday night, the fun returns. Bingo is back at 7 p.m. Earn 200 points Wednesday and Thursday to grab your cards. Up to 3 per player with 8 games and a growing carryover bonus. It just keeps getting better. Fridays, we bring the heat with our Boardwalk Bonanza drawings from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Win $500 cash every hour. And don't forget, every Tuesday and Saturday, Caravel Club members get free slot play based on their card level. Fun, and cash. Only at Caravel Casino in downtown Christiansted.
From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn. Saharan dust moving through the area today is going to result in hazy conditions and some rather uncomfortable temperatures. Looks like the heat index is going to run between 100 and 105 today, so keep that in mind if you're going to be spending any time outside. We'll hang on to the Saharan dust into tomorrow, and then it'll start to move out, and conditions will improve a little bit for Thursday and Friday. Hazy sun, breezy, hot today, 90 to 95. Again, it feels like it's 100 to 105. Include a partly cloudy, breezy overnight. Lows will be around 80. Hazy sunshine tomorrow, but the haze will diminish during the day. It'll be breezy near 90. The outlook for Thursday, partly to mostly sunny, maybe a stray shower, breezy in 85 to 90. Offshore, east winds at 10 to 20 knots. The waves today 3 to 5 feet, less off the western side of the islands. Your chance of rain this morning, less than 30%. From the VI Radio Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Carolyn.
It's AWTITUDE RAS Attitude representing the Boondocks, yeah? The black organization of noble diplomats optimizing expressions. Yes, when I'm here live on St. Croix, I'm listening to the original Neka Neekes on the Bush Tea in the Morning show, people. I got my cup sipping in the drop top dipping, see? Hopefully and brightly. We're here live on 101.3 Roe FM. Turn it up!
Think on a bam bam, look what's on Jamaican, with a different style, different fashion, you know? Tell me say one thing, Nancy can't understand. One thing, Nancy can't understand. What make them a talk about me ambition? Say what make them a talk about me ambition? Come and say some of them a ask me where me get it from. Say some of them a ask me where me get it from. I told them no no, it's from creation. I told them no no, it's from creation. Bam bam,
hey,
bam bam bam,
bam bam,
bam bam,
bam bam,
bam bam,
hey, what's up, bam bam? Good morning.
This woman,
that's right.
Never trouble no one. I'm a lady, I'm not a man.
What she say?
She is my ambition. I come free, nice and Jamaican.
Okay, Sister Nancy.
Bam bam bam,
bam bam bidam,
bam bam bam, bam bam bilam, bam bam bam.
It is that.
Bam bam bam. Tell me someone. Bam bam bam.
Guys, you tune into Dylan's hottest 101.3 Roe FM WEVI. That's right. That's right.
When you hear them, you sound like biscuits. You come in at the place and say, well.
But guys, we're gonna get into the heat of the morning. You already know we got some discussions as promised before the break. I'm in here not by myself, but with none other than
Doug Pompey, the voice of reason.
Oh yeah. So definitely. And listen, voice of reason, you are indeed. Cause listen, I don't need somebody to kind of, how do I say, surf this ball back and forth across the net.
That's how you do it.
That's right. We do it debate style. But so what we talked about before the break, two things, right? The state of Texas is now forcing its public school students to read the Bible. Imagine that. Okay. Now, what I've seen is there's a lot of commentary surrounding around it. I haven't seen a whole lot in terms of why this has come out to be. I'm hoping it was all for the best intentions, right? Because I've seen a lot of great things be used for bad intentions sometimes, or motives, I should say, right? But I could just imagine what might be going on in the state of Texas that made them say, you know what? We need to put the Bibles back in the public schools. Now, I remember when we were growing up, Doug, they didn't force us to read the Bible, but we did have to pray. Or at the very least, bow your head.
Of course.
In the mornings, right?
Definitely.
Respectfully.
That was definitely a good practice.
Right.
You know.
I think despite, religious practices or backgrounds, affiliations or whatnot, what it taught was onus and respect.
So let me ask you a question.
Tell me.
Say we got multiple students in a classroom.
Uh-huh.
Are we insisting that they read a particular type of Bible, or we insisting that they read Bibles that are part of their religion? Like you may have multiple, like I say, you have multiple students. So you're gonna have Muslims. You're gonna have Catholic. You're gonna have Christians.
And then there's different versions of the Bible that cater to different religions as well too. Because my latest favorite has been the Ethiopian Bible.
But I mean, we don't want to hear his history. We want to hear our history.
Whose history? Who's his?
Well, it's not really.
Because I think I got more than one person in that book.
well, not in the. It does. It does have more than one person in the book. But everybody's got a different version.
Yeah. Right.
And it is like.
And I think that's where it really gets sticky, as well as the fact that, let's not forget, we are under the American flag, which prides itself in a lot of things. But first and foremost, prides itself in our freedoms, right? We have to operate under our Constitution. And it's supposed to make space for, our unconstitutional Constitution. Don't quote me. Don't
Whose Constitution?
Hey.
Okay, well, we're gonna.
Everybody that could vouch for that done gone. They face on a lot of dollar bills though, so they still got a lot of value. You know what I'm saying? But they can't have this argument with us, Doug. We just here, and it's crazy because I heard the other day somebody said tradition is typically peer pressure from dead people.
No. No.
I'm telling you what the young people are saying, Doug. I ain't saying that's what I said, but I'm saying I read it and it definitely made me go, huh.
It's peer pressure from dead people?
Yeah, that's what tradition is. Like you do something traditionally because that's how it has always been done.
Well, they need to look at what's been working. That's what they really need to look at.
A lot of times they don't know because they've never done anything outside of their tradition.
But you know what the dead people basically are teaching, right?
But the dead people is what keeping it in honest because you know what? If you don't do it, good foot lady gonna come for you.
Well, somebody had to put it in place.
And that's what it is. It's honest and it's respect for those who have gone before. And you see that across the board, every continent, every culture, every diaspora, every race, right? They have something to revere. So, anyways, that being said, we've come a long way from where even prayer was allowed. First of all, they didn't just take prayer alone, I think they took respect out of schools, period, because prayer was to start the day off on the right tone or footing, right? Respectfully. We had to respect each other. I think if they had tweaked it in such a way that it didn't just cater to one religion or demographic, but it left space for everybody to show respect to their belief systems, then, I think that might have worked. But we also live in a country where you have the right to not believe in anything at all.
Right.
And those, it's like, because it can't be all inclusive in any way, shape, or form, is why I think they just did away with it altogether. But it's evident.
Yeah. And I feel that you're right. In the morning, when you pray, first of all, it's supposed to open up a sense of consciousness.
Yeah, it's an energetic exchange.
Yeah, So when we do that in school, when they used to pray in school, that's what it did for the kids.
Taught them.
Yeah, we taught them, open up there's this sense of consciousness,
Well,
that to have respect for each other.
We're saying them, but it was really us.
Yeah, it was.
It was really us. Okay.
Yes, open up our awareness, but that's definitely, I agree with having prayer in school, but I don't believe that we should be forcing anyone to read.
Forcing is such a strong word.
Yeah.
Like I don't get any good feelings from the word forcing.
No.
Because if I have to force you, it usually means you don't want to.
And you're not gonna see.
It's not gonna have the benefit. It's not gonna have. And the energy isn't gonna be right either.
That's correct.
We have some comments here. Jaja said somebody had to put it in place.
Yes,
Doug Pompey. I tell you.
What are you saying, Jaja?
We're gonna put one of these on a shut. Just
Blessed to you. Blessed to you.
Yes, and then Michael Payne said, I think he said something important we have to learn from the history and traditions of the past. Some we must continue, and in some ways we make new traditions.
True.
Correct. Adjusting.
Definitely.
But that takes a level of self-awareness and willingness to learn and adapt that usually doesn't come with tradition. Tradition is do as I do.
But see, the first thing is,
and don't question it,
open up your conscious.
Open.
That's what
Open up. Isn't you say in the morning, when you get up in the morning, you're supposed to tap your forehead, and then you tap your nose. You're supposed to tap your throat, all your different chakras as you go down and everything. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this is supposed to help to regulate all your energies and your aura, your space, and all that good stuff. So I think it's important that we learn how to deal with our human experience on every level of the experience, and not just get up, drink a little bush tea, make sure you ain't got no gas in your belly. That's the physical side of it, right? But if you if you're not doing anything to wake up your conscious and subconscious self, your spiritual self,
like
your emotional self also,
like someone online said, you really first and just go. My grandfather, my grandmother, first thing they used to do in the morning, they look out the door, they look to the east as the sunrise.
Oh wow.
And they say their prayers.
Okay.
So I always saw it as when God is in the midst, and you're talking about it.
I like that. I really like that, Doug.
Every morning I would see this.
Every morning I look at the sky. I do. Every morning I look at the sky. I just feel like it's art, and it goes by so fast. So I'm usually up before the sun, so I get to see the sun, and I kind of just take that in. And there's an energy that comes with it. There's a newness. Where it's like you can put down whatever was heavy from yesterday if you haven't already, and you get to look forward and say, you know what, despite all of this is beautiful, and I get to do it again, and I'm grateful.
Hey, when you're thinking about God, you're thinking about the laws, and you're thinking about how to deal with your people, deal with your neighbor, loving your neighbor as you love yourself. You know what I mean? So it opens up that consciousness, awoke. That's what it does, really and truly. And that's something that I was always like, wow, that is like positive. That is so
That's
great.
Really
the
good.
First thing in the morning.
That's really good. I love that.
And
it's taking control of your energy, your energetic space as well too.
Yeah, and
before you step into the world.
And you're right. They didn't get up in the morning and drink tea first.
Right.
First thing they did was acknowledge God.
Deal with the spiritual self first.
Yes.
And you know what? It makes sense, because when you think of creation and how we became to be, that was created first. You were a spiritual being before you were physical. Before you had a brain to think, and a heart to feel, fingers to touch, a tongue to talk. Any of that was before it was developed on a cellular level. The spiritual side of you was there. And science has finally been able to keep up and catch up with that and prove that is actually the order. Like they say, there's a burst of light in utero, mind you, when life, that's where life begins.
Yes. The woman's body is the perfect example.
Right.
So I do believe we need to get back to the basics. And someone had to put it in place. So praying in the morning for the kids at school, opens up that they awoke them, and then they can.
I think that should be a parental thing, because then you don't have to worry about putting it on the schools to do so. At the end of the day, if we're doing it at home, then we're going to be catering to our beliefs at home. I don't need the school to have the responsibility of making sure that they are encompassing my beliefs in school, right? So I could see both sides of the spectrum where it's necessary, but at the same time, who is responsible for it getting done? Is it the school? Is it the curriculum? Or the school's doing it because it's not being done at all?
Well, I think the school, basically, what they do is that when they incorporate that, you know, you're around a bunch of kids,
Right.
children like yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, awokening that sense of consciousness, you know, tells you, like, listen, God is in the midst, and God is love, and God said you got to deal with your people and deal with who's around you. So, I feel that was one of the, like, that's a great thing to do, because it makes the children in the school think about themselves and how they're supposed to deal with their peers. You know.
Well, listen, we have some commentary on land. Let's talk about how some of, you know, these parents feel. Some said, to be honest, I think it's necessary
To read the Bible or to pray.
to read the Bible. This is just about reading the Bible.
Then why
right?
not have a religious course in school?
Somebody just said that. They said they need that, though. That was actually a class back in the day.
Exactly. That's my
It was a specific class.
Yes.
Like you could actually go and study that specifically. Someone commented to that very same comment and said they don't need that lying beep, beep, beep.
You
The
see?
system trying to teach them, okay? I can't say the other stuff. Now, it says they're not teaching my Muslim kids nothing about religion, okay? Besides, minds already know about the Bible. That's how they got a better understanding of Islam. So you're already seeing it's already starting to create rifts also, right? Another person said that's illegal. The parents should sue, because if you're not going to teach them about all religion, it's not fair to the other children. Inclusivity, which is
There
the
you go.
main concern. So my thing is, if we make it all inclusive and encompassing, is it now welcome back in schools again? Or is it just dismissed because it's not all inclusive and encompassing? And then when you create that all inclusive and encompassing, then you have to talk about the fact that time is now a factor. Because how many prayers are we going to pray in the morning before we start the day?
No, well, see, that's the thing there, you see. And that person is right.
They are right. They're absolutely right.
They're right. You know, pray, not read the Bible in class. Everybody has to read the Bible. That's a separate subject. You see what I'm saying? But definitely, yes. When a person can pray.
No, but what if I'm a person that I don't believe in anything and I don't pray, atheist? Or I maybe have been raised atheist.
You've been raised atheist. Okay. I mean, and that's from home, like we say. That's from home. You know, and we're not expecting the school to teach you your religion. You know, that's something that you basically, as a young person growing up, you go to Sunday school, you know, then you're attending mass with your family, you know, and then you go into a confirmation class, you know, and then you confirm. So that's not the school, that's the responsibility. That's our parents' responsibility, you know. So,
well, someone says, I don't like it when they force religion on children, but it's better than letting them learn about homosexuality in school.
Amen.
There's a comment right after that says, it's not better. They don't need to do either in my book. Right?
Yeah.
So,
yep. They don't need to do either. But, well, you know, I mean, listen.
they're saying they don't need to do either, learn about homosexuality or pray.
You know, but something about God is positive.
It is.
That
depending on who's in the room and who's having a conversation, which is why there's an issue with it.
Precisely.
You know, but you know what? Okay. But considering the fact that this country in itself was built on the beliefs that, you know, in God we trust. It's literally on the bills, the coins, it's on monuments, it's all across the nation, it's in our banks. So considering that they mentioned, you know, in God we trust, despite the fact that the country itself allows the activity of all religions, X, Y, and Z, right? Considering that factor,
Yeah,
So considering that factor, we definitely have to make sure that, we are, okay. Hold one moment. Guys, we'll be right back after these messages in just a bit. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. Keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Marvelous, with him up, VI to the bone, just like all of us. Culture, never giving up. Who don't believe, ram it out, then we pack it up, take it overseas. Take a pick, who you rolling with, then we show the breed. VI up, never coming down, this is more than me. These people tell me, they mistake, no kind of singing, the culture dying. What we gonna do to bring back the culture? Make it something bigger, make it something better. I'm in soca, and we turn it over like the bull on business. We promise soca, everything nice. When you hear that rhythm, the culture winning, because we proud that we do. Everybody, proud that we do. Sky out, proud that we do. Put your hand in the air, proud that we do. Situation put them in a panic. Oh, we get so hot it must be magic. Like aliens from another planet. The whole damn shell automatic. They can't believe their eyes when they watch it. God bless, no man can curse. But hey, what's the worst? End up in a hearse, end up in a gas, end up on a shirt. Tears hit the dirt, bring flowers from the earth. War to the wise, never hate, never fold. Greed is a sin, whether young, whether old. Clout is a drug, is a fiend, I don't want that. Everything real, no cap, this a hard hat. I got real fans, real love, this the real thing. I got real plans, real goals to believe in. Got to make room for this next generation, so we take the brand to the nation. The people tell me, they miss the daddy. No kind of singing, the culture dying. What we gonna do to bring back the culture? Make it something bigger, make it something better. I'm in soca, we turn it over like the bull on business. We promise soca, everything nice. When you hear that rhythm, the culture winning, because we proud that we do. Everybody, proud that we do. The sky out there, proud that we do. Put your hand in the air, proud that we do. One man, army, top tier, quality, big dog, you know that's me. Never politic, never envy, never judge a soul, but them judge me. Got a dance full of gal and them love me. But who is you and who is me? I'm just a man.
I told you that the comet is coming.
Say yourself, let's go.
It is coming.
joke this. And then everything a body come like weed here, the Colombia them done. A coke bitch. Slice up to the time. Hey, little lady. Teacher. Yeah. Alina, me, I make me hands, me, I bow. You with that nigga. How about a big sound, what she fever? It's a the gold and it's a the silver. Your mother through the prison grill. Your girl through the prison window. But up me with me go finger. Then me dig it out, I did the timber. Figure that it in your city, that's a couple milli. US dollars and it cannot fit in your belly. G and them when I want people see me. Don't never want to judge you free. But from a touch the microphone, you get difficult see me. Oh no career cut short like Nicki Minnie. You even gritty like my daughter, come here pretty pretty. The original, the rest of them are in it. Prison did that, but out I run it heat worse. Me have me one opinion, no need yours. Internet I cost me about, ooh, me fi feature. Some of them are sassy, them are some are set and shirt. Let go me t-shirt. Remember say I one burn a me turn. When me see do, let go her and keep her. Yeah, controversy start from the teacher return. Me, I make millions, me a top US dollar nigga. How about a song, what she it's a the gold and it's a the silver. Your mother through the prison grill. Me your girl through the prison window. But up it, me go finger. Then me dig it out, I did the timber. Figure that it in your city, that's a couple milli. US dollars and it cannot fit in your belly. The DG and them will never want people see me. Wall never want to judge you free. But from a touch the microphone, you get difficult see me. Oh no career cut short like Nicki Minnie. You even gritty like my daughter, come here pretty pretty. The original, the rest of them are in it.
You're listening to Everything Virgin Islands, 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI.
Hey, we're back, guys. Pardon the brief interruption. It's your girl Neeks on 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning, each and every weekday morning. Y'all already know what it is.
Me I brush off my shoes. Road boy trip like me step off a cruise. We really outside, boy, like off the nose. And dogs them in the cut waiting for patch up a bruise.
Hey.
Y'all know you know I've none for choose. I get 21.
All right, guys. So listen. We had a brief interruption, and we are going to be. I know I promised you guys an interview today, but we're definitely going to be rescheduling it because mercy time when you're having fun. But we've been having this discussion about schools in Texas forcing their public school students to read the Bible. Okay, not just pray, but read the Bible also. And I think we kind of got a consensus that, depending on who you're speaking to is where it's going to, really deter the conversation in terms of how people feel about it. But it's one of those things, it's not all encompassing. So it always leaves room for somebody to feel either violated or, so therefore and granted, the country was founded on "In God We Trust," right? The country I'm talking about, United States.
Okay,
that's what it was founded on. I'm not saying how I feel about it. I'm just stating fact. That is what it was founded on, and as such, that is how,
In God we trust, and we love war so much.
Hey, we love a lot of things. A lot of things that don't align with that, but that is what it was founded on. I ain't say where we ended up. I said founded. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh goodness. So listen, man, it'll be like that. But yes, shout out. Michael Payne says, hopefully all is well. The conversation was a much needed discussion. Absolutely. So, Jaja say, tell her what country, dog. Jaja, leave me alone, please. This one, okay? Well, technically, we were under 7 different flags, so I know what we was founded on, apparently.
I see we on the same wavelength, Jaja, so we good.
We were founded on a whole lot of spares and man, infiltration.
Jesus.
It just is one of those things. But shout out to you guys and thank you for joining in on the conversation with us. Also, we're gonna tap into. So we had a second topic we wanted to talk about as well. We lost a few minutes there, but we were talking about probate.
Mm-hmm.
And we were saying some families are now starting to practice allowing their children to utilize family land before they pass so that they can give them guidances as well as, allow them to start to build structurally, creating whether it's financial gain or if they want to, whatever it is that they choose to do in their life with that family land so that the parents can be there to guide them with it versus waiting until they pass. And then whether if it's sibling rivalry for land and assets and things of that nature, as well as, finding out who gets what, when, where, and how. But in Caribbean tradition, and I use that word because we just spoke about it, right? In Caribbean tradition, we don't kind of wait until, they kick the bucket and then it'll be like, mines, but it's not the way it should be, is it?
No, it's not. But so I guess basically from people's experience in the past, where they have actually turned their property, the assets over to the young ones.
Right.
And it was not really appreciated. It was not dealt with properly.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of folks have decided, they're gonna change it up and they're gonna put things in trust. They're going to use it, because they don't want that kind of confusion when they're gone. I mean, they don't care really. They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about that. But, there's different ways to avoid all of that confusion, that family tends to get into when there's assets involved,
Right.
And then at times, instead of we basically deal with who's passing these assets on to us while they're alive, we just look at the assets and then we get rid of them. Oh, they're on their way out anyhow. So, and sometimes that's the mentality and the attitude young people take. And the older generation then just feels like, why am I doing this? Because it's not going to be appreciated. But if you say that there's a trend now that they're starting to do it before they pass. That's a plus because I hear that conversation also too. Why my family that may divide the land right now before
why they're making us choose?
Yeah, and having to sit there and all of us fighting against each other.
Listen,
and then there's probates and all of that.
I've experienced, and listen, if you are in a family that have experienced the turmoil that comes with assets after people pass, let me tell you. Oh my gosh. It's enough to make you say, you know what? I had no hand in gaining that. Leave me out. Because you lose so much more just to gain something to move on with, and then it becomes less about the onus of the person who left it behind and more about the property itself that none of you are going to be able to take with you when you pass.
Hey, look at the examples today of the young people taking care of elders. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
That's before you had generation before where, individuals knew it's something that you pass down,
Well, listen, we have less and less people that have anybody to pass things down to because the young people are going extinct.
Well,
at a rate for more than one reason too, because it's not just gun violence. It's right now we have the highest rates in young diagnoses with cancer,
diabetes,
things like that. Everything is attacking us. And then here came COVID to put the candles on the cake, right? Because now they're saying everybody that took those vaccines are at risk for things that they probably wouldn't have been at risk for had they not been vaccinated. But that's another conversation and a very controversial one at that, right?
Yeah.
Depending on which side of the spectrum you're sitting on. But we all sat here and watched it all happen. So controversy is as controversy does. Isn't it, Doug?
Yeah, listen, that whole COVID thing, man.
Man, what a time, right? But If only we could go back inside for at least 3 more months.
could you, but could you imagine, you know,
Oh, no.
you basically, they say you tested positive for COVID, and you basically not having the symptoms of COVID, but they say you tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, that was insane, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, and I was like, the lady.
It was always from one side of the spectrum to the other. It was never really any in between. It's either you had it and it was deadly, or you had it and it was just not. And it was like, and then it was like, oh, it's different strains. I mean, just the rollout of how that all happened is enough to make you sit in a corner and go,
What are they doing? what really going on out here? You know,
Right,
What is
right.
someone making a lab out here?
oh man.
First, it's airborne. You can get it by just breathing the air.
First, it was monkey. Let's not. No, a bat.
Oh,
a bat. Do you remember that?
That's how it came. Yeah, that came about. They said we've been living with bats and monkeys for how long?
I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never lived with no bat and no monkey. Guys, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna pay these brief commercial ads, okay? Pay these bills, keep the lights on and the mics on right here at 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the Morning with your hostess Neeks and
Doug Pompey, the voice of reason.
that's the one. Keep it live, guys. We'll be right back after these messages.
Liberty, your world, better connected.
Become the host with the most with summer savings at the Home Depot and make gathering one to remember. Get fired up with savings on grills that bring everyone together, outdoor power tools to keep your yard ready all season long, and flowers for a fresh pop of color. From backyard cookouts to summer celebrations, you'll have everything you need to welcome your guests with style. Start celebrating with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
I truly believe that public service is a sacred trust. This is your Democratic Senator, Kenneth Kenny Gittens. With my career background in law enforcement, I've seen firsthand the damage public corruption causes to our community and the trust it breaks with the people. That's why I'm leading the fight for the Public Corruption Act. This legislation ensures that high-ranking government officials and employees convicted of felonies involving breaches of public trust will lose taxpayer-funded pension benefits. Those funds can instead help cover the cost of imprisonment and restitution owed to the people. Accountability matters. Integrity matters. Protecting taxpayers must always come first. Again, this is your Democratic Senator, Kenneth Kenny Gittens, asking for your continued support so we can keep fighting for honest government and restore trust in our Virgin Islands. Oh, yeah.
Paid for by the supporters of Kenneth Kenny Gittens.
Hey, St. Croix, listen up. Your favorite spot, formerly known as Spicy Grill, is still turning up the heat as the Flaming Grill. Same flavors you love, now with more options. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. You can't miss it. We've got barbecue chicken, baby back ribs, pork chops, lamb chops, ribeye, and New York steak. Plus, fresh grilled salmon, mahi-mahi, and shrimp. And don't sleep on those daily specials. Kanken sauce, rich oxtail, Tuesday roti, and so much more. Always cooked just right. Burger lovers, you're covered. Chicken, steak, salmon, dolphin, veggie burgers with fries, wraps, wings, salads, hot sides, the whole lineup. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located across from the Agricultural Fairgrounds on the road headed to the BMV. Call ahead 340-778-6270 and follow us on Facebook. Same roots, a whole new fire.
Parents, are you looking for a well-rounded summer camp? Interchanges, where the fun never stops and the adventure never ends, presents 2026 Summer Camp. Face, Fantastic Adventure Camp Explosion. We offer academics, pool party, horseback riding, gaming and technology, fishing, cooking, music, art, bowling, Buck Island adventures, and fun-filled field trips. Camp lasts 8 weeks, June 8th to July 31st. Boys and girls ages 3 to 13 are welcome. Register May 3rd, 10 to 2 p.m. at Victorious Believers Church. Get your kids ready for a fantastic time. Stay connected on Facebook or call me, Miss Teatree, 340-719-1725. 340-719-1725. Block grant accepted.
I know, you know, we all know. WAPA, healthcare, education, and infrastructure are problems facing all of we in this territory. But I know Kurt Vielle will ask the tough questions, will demand answers, and offer solutions to resolving the issues. Why do you think he gave government employees raises from $27,000 to $35,000? Why do you think he reformed the Education Initiative Fund to strengthen oversight and improve flexibility in educational funding, as well as appropriated funds for special education evaluations? Why do you think he mandated electronic payment systems for the Virgin Islands Taxicab Commission? Why do you think he supported appropriations for WAPA street lighting improvements across the Virgin Islands? Why do you think he expanded the Hotel Development Program incentives to support hotel expansion and economic growth on St. Croix? And why do you think he petitioned Congress to include the Virgin Islands as full participants in the Affordable Care Act? Come on, man. Responsibility goes a long way in managing the future of these islands. He will continue to do that. Effective governance takes integrity, experience, and accountability. Gihi vote, man. On election day, vote Kurt Vielle, number 5 on the ballot.
Paid for by friends of Kurt Vielle to the Senate.
St. Croix, the wait is over. It's a Vibe present the return of the Die, featuring the hitmaker Molly Die. Molly Die. Also performing live from Tola, it's Banco Bismarck.
She from New York. She fell in love with the way I the top.
And St. Croix's very own Felix London.
Sorry, babe, I got it tight. Loving when they from the streets.
All hosted by the one and only MC Bogle, with juggling by DJ Spin City, Fire Emblem, Giant Roots, and DJ Genius with Mr. Energy. Doors open at 9 p.m. sharp. No re-entry after 1 a.m. Early bird tickets are sold out. Get your tickets right now for $50 at DPM&M. Strictly the best. And Cache La More. Limited VIP tables and sections also available. Call 340-277-1397. It's the return of Molly Die. Saturday, July 25th, 9 p.m. sharp at the Queen Mary and Paradise Flea Market. Brought to you by It's a Vibe Promotion. You must be 18 years or older to attend. 21 for P.
Tomorrow, you'll want to remember the music, the laughter, the celebration. Not a crash, not a DUI, not a trip to the hospital. Before you leave the celebration, ask yourself, have I been drinking? Am I distracted? Am I too tired to drive? If the answer is yes, choose a safer way home. Your future self will thank you. St. John's celebration. Enjoy the night. Arrive home safe. This message is brought to you by the Virgin Islands Police Department Office of Highway Safety Impaired Driving Program.
The new 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, Frederickstead, Christiansted,
Sweet St. Thomas Night.
St. Croix.
I will finish this year strong. I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to renovate my house. I'm going to consolidate my debt. I'm going to invest in my future. And I'm going to live with more purpose and peace of mind, period.
Make your plans come true with an Oriental personal loan. Apply and you could receive a credit decision the same day. Go to orientbank.com/apply today or visit one of our branches. Certain terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval.
You're listening to 101.3 Roe FM, now broadcasting from the Napa Auto and Truck Parts Studio. They keep your parts for your Beamer, Benz, or Bentley in stock. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Made a church by the heads and say amen. We went from a little youth in a surgery bed. Mommy can't see where the surgery there. Brother in a casket, and everybody want my time and nothing lasting. Some bells on my shoulder blade. Now my favorite kid and me a carry blade. Only real champions who are heavyweight. Judge how you know I said me could I carry weight. Huh? Enough time I feel for any race. Mama Billy outside, she still a holy faith. She still a give thanks to another day. So who I mean now? The devil out to fool me, but the pain I'm on me, so it don't control me. The devil out to fool me, but the pain I'm on me, so it don't control me.
Hey, and we're back.
And every L I'm taking a life, yeah, I'm take it as a lesson.
Big tune, big tune.
Work hard, some of them can't grow up, not depression.
That's right. Hey, it's 101.3 Roe FM. Alicia, you're large, baby. Big, big, big tune. Oh, yes, guys. So listen, we had two great conversations in here. Shout out to Doug Pompey, the voice of reason. Oh, yes, Doug. So we were talking, and you know what? The song is so fitting because we're talking about when people passing, right?
Yes.
And its effects on our territory, families, and other ones. So, man, you know, it's one of those things that we're always going to experience loss to some degree, and unfortunately, we tend to go through it in so many different ways, but we're all affected regardless, and we just need to make sure that we are taking the time to create family plans. You know, we have evacuation processes for tsunamis, for hurricanes, for all of that stuff, but death is imminent. It's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, but when for all of us. Everybody escapes that, regardless of age, sex, background, beliefs, religion, you know, education level.
That's true.
It affects all of us. But it's the one thing we plan for the least.
Yeah, that's true. We don't plan.
And we actually plan for birth way more than we plan for death,
you know? You know, you see this big thing now on the TV sets where you're being insured for burial.
Right.
You know, I mean, death was not something that we think about or used to be thinking about. You know, we're thinking about life. You know, basically, we're here on this earth right now.
Right.
And it's about making all the progress and all the moves that we need to make.
Correct.
You know, to better our lives. You know, and the lives around us.
Yes.
You know, thinking about death, we already know it. Once that happens, everything stops.
Man.
Everything stops.
Right. So it's one of those things we can't avoid, but we need to learn how to plan for it better, obviously.
Yeah.
Because the things happen when we don't plan for it, and it usually affects the people we care for the most.
And then too, you know, you don't want your assets, you know, things that you've worked so long to just be going into the system, taking control of it, as opposed to going to your rightful, you know, to your offsprings.
Right.
You know, so we got to plan for it.
We do. And I think it's important for us to also put our children in a position where they can win. Because if I'm going to pass on something of great value to you, I would at least like to make sure that you're in a position to handle it, to take it on, right? And if I'm also making sure to make sure you can take it on, I also want to make sure you can, you know, understand the value of it, as well as it can create more value for your life versus being a burden. And it's a burden when you're not prepared.
Yeah, see, well, the problem is most people tend to think about right now.
Yeah, we do.
That's the problem.
But you know what? In retrospect, I saw someone say online when I was reading this article as well, too, that a lot of times parents don't want to do that because they don't trust their children to do the right thing. And a lot of times the kids get access to the properties, and then they start taking out loans on the property, or, you know, doing things that actually decrease the value.
Like you do have offsprings like the kids like this, you know, that you say to have a house. The parents, you know, the parent is basically they're elderly folks.
Right.
And some kids want to move them out of the house and put them in a home and take over the house. Not realizing that, listen, I'm shortening my parents' life.
Yeah.
Span,
Right.
So it's you got to appreciate what they do for your parents do for you, man.
Yeah.
You really do, and you got to look at that's another thing too. If you don't understand the value of what's being passed on to you, you're not going to deal with it in the right way.
And parents have a role to play in that as well too, because if your child grow up and you didn't make it your business to ensure that they understand certain values, that they understand what your story is in terms of where it comes from, why it's important. And we do right every year. We celebrate Virgin Islands History Month. Why? To make sure that we're preserving the onus of it. But in our own homes, we only have those conversations when something gonna happen. Or when we feel, or you're keeping information from them, you're not telling them the truth about, the value, where it comes from, what you intend for it to be, how you would like for them to move forward with it, or if you intend for them to move forward with it at all. You have some parents that really believe the children shouldn't take anything from them when they pass, that they should build their own legacy for themselves. And there are a lot of celebrities I've heard that with, that they said there's nothing being passed down to their kids, that they need to do their own thing.
Did you hear what Chris?
Boy.
Did you hear what Chris Rock said?
Yes.
Chris Rock said, when I got my first 20 million, my family quit their jobs.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
He said, they shouted out, "We're rich." And he was like, "No, I'm rich."
Catch 22. Got to be quicker than that. Oh, man. That's funny. So,
listen,
hey, it'd be like that. So, but guys, unfortunately, we got to go. Time flies when we having fun. And I won't be seeing you guys until next week. Unfortunately, yes. I got to be on a big bird up out of here for the time. But I want to make sure everybody is being safe and enjoying the festivities over on St. John. St. John Big Fet going down right here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on down and enjoy the festivities. That's right. Okay? So make sure you're doing that. And stay safe. We don't need any more bad news. I hope I could behave for these festivities. Okay?
And they can, they can behave.
We always can.
We got it in our blood.
What we can and what we do is always two different things.
Yes. Yes.
On every level. Hey, that just made me think real quick. Jeez, I'm brave. But yes, we got to change that. Big election year, and that's why you should go register to vote, okay? First, it goes... You got a month from tomorrow to figure out who you rolling with. All right. So, guys, keep it locked right here. It's 101.3 Roe FM, WEVI, and Bush T in the morning. Keep it locked right here each and every weekday morning. We got Angela Yee up next right here on 101.3. All right. Keep it locked. It's been your girl, Neeks, and...
Doug Pompey, voice of reason.
That's right. Thank you, guys. Until next time, I'll see you... later.
She dial my number like that. 678-998-212. Baby, you know that I miss you. I wanna get with you tonight, but I cannot, baby girl, and that's the issue. Girl, you know I miss you. I just wanna kiss you, but I can't right now. So baby, kiss me through the phone. We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine.